Don't be afraid of who you are.
This is the most expensive lightsaber we've ever reviewed. $1,600. You're gonna stick around and find out why it's worth this price. Hey nerds, welcome back to the Fellowship of Nerds. I am your host as always, Luke Shadwalker. Today I'll have a really special and cool one from All Sabers. We're going to be checking out Darth Rey's lightsaber from episode 9. This thing is insanely cool. You're going to be asking yourself, how the hell is this lightsaber worth $1,600? Well, you're about to see why. In another amazing All Sabers Ultimate box, we're going to get, I love these boxes, we're going to get under the foam, bam, look at that amazing set. You're going to get here screws, you're going to get a character plaque from episode The Rise of Skywalker. I think this is beautiful, but we also gotten our own plaque from Nerd Sleuths, pretty much similar to all the ones that we've done with Nerd Sleuths in the past. In my defense, I did not know before getting this that these will come with these, so the reason for getting plaques, but this is fantastic that you already get this out of the box. I think it's super cool. You're gonna get a charger, which is very practical for your batteries, because I always recommend people charge your batteries, do not plug things onto anything. And then under here you're gonna get, look at that, your Allen wrench key thingy, and you're gonna get not one but 2 data cables, which I think that's super cool. Although these, because they're Ultimate Works, you are going to have very easy access to the core, and let me show you that. So first of all, this connection is magnetic, so there's a magnet there, but that means that this stays solid, it never comes away. And when you open them, to close it, you have to press this button, and that way you'll be able to access. Now, to access your core, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab from here and simply unscrew. That's really all you need to do, little by little. And that's it. And there's your core right there. Just push it out. And that's it. You can see your connections there. You might not be able to catch that on camera, but trust me, they're there. And that's really it. Now, if you want your big button to be your main button, you're going to have to put this, that whenever you're seeing this forward, the battery is facing to the right of you. And that way, once you made the connection, so let me turn on the kill switch, maybe that'll be a good thing.
You will be Empress. We will be one.
Don't be afraid of who you are. People keep telling me they know me. I'm afraid no one does.
Now these, this Soundfont did not come in the Saber, but we just included this, and this is the Proffie version. You can also get this in Asteria, but if you are not a fan of Asteria, and I'm not gonna pass judgment here, you might like it, you might not like it. I don't have that much of a problem. The only problem I have with Asteria is the force/codes that you can't really get them to work, but other than that, you can get pretty much anything to work on them. So there's that. And you're gonna have to, just want to point this out, you're going to want to see those little, so you'll have on the core, you'll see there, right there. So that's where you want to align. And then once you have them aligned, you just want to ensure that you keep it there. Bring this up. That's it. Let's screw this back on. And boom. Absolutely cool. Let's check how this one manages when we give it a spin. All right, now that we've seen all the unboxing and you see the little tidbits, let's go over to a more generalistic view so you can get a better sense of why this lightsaber is this price. And don't worry, I'm gonna help you with at the end of the video and tell you how you can get this lightsaber, depending on the circumstances, up to half the price, okay? Now, this lightsaber comes in both Asteria and Proffie. These are the Proffie cores, but because this fits what they call the PreKit of Ultimate Works, you can get either or and interchange them. So I've always found that that's an advantage that Ultimate Works has over everybody else, which I do think is very cool. I think Saber Trio, if I recall correctly, has now done the thing where like their cores are interchangeable. That sort of stuff to me is super cool. So I wish more would do that, but I digress. This thing, because you have that, you're going to have the capacity to like buy this in PreKits, which are going to be cheaper, and then you can get the cores at a later date, or maybe you already have a Asteria or Proffie cores from Ultimate Works. You can pop them in here, so that is going to save you some money. That's part number one of saving money. Now, when it comes to details, I want to show you, like, you know, we
Don't be afraid of who you are.
Look at that thing. And you can see the lightsaber through there, and it's on both sides. Absolutely cool.
People keep telling me they know me. I'm afraid no one does.
It does get very existential in that movie. This thing does come with a lot of sound fonts. We've included the dark gray sound font that I liked, and we put our pre-ons on post off. You know our channel if you're a regular, and if you aren't, you know, remember to subscribe so you don't miss these videos. We like our pre-ons and we like our post offs in this channel, so I couldn't resist to do that. But this lightsaber is pretty cool because, first of all, this is a magnet, as I was saying in the unboxing. This is a magnet, so, you know, hold on here. I'm not worried that this is going to belong, you know, it's going to fall off and stuff. I think that's a very cool concept. That already, to me, adds a plus when it comes to why is it worth the price tag. But on top of having the magnet, then you can, look at that. Just like that, it stays on because this becomes linked here, and the only way to undo this is pressing the button so you can fold it back. So it's absolutely cool because you know that once you put in one position or another, it's not going to move from there. I think that's genius. Let's take this one outside so I show you what it looks like in the dark, the ignition and all the cool things. You already have seen it ignited here, so I'm not going to bore you with that again. But we'll see that side, which will look very cool, and when we bring it back in, I'll go over the ratings for you and to basically nail down why this might be worth it or not.
Don't be afraid of who you are. People keep telling me they know me. I'm afraid no one does.
Okay, absolutely amazing. Absolutely cool. Like, it blows me away how cool it is, how easy it is to operate. Even though you, like, you know, it will scare you, especially once it's unfolded. Nothing that should like worry you or anything like that. So absolutely phenomenal lightsaber. Let's go over our ratings, and we're going to start with design. Design, this thing is going to get a 10. The functionality of how it opens and folds, and you know how it stays put and all that sort of stuff, absolutely a 10. I could argue that, you know, especially when you're holding it to open, like if you long press this, you're going to end up pressing the some buttons, and you know, it might get you to do something that you don't want it to do. But just remember, when you're holding it, especially to let it open, like don't hold it from here, hold it down here. You're absolutely fine. When it comes to sound,
Don't be afraid of who you are.
loud as hell.
People keep telling me they know me. I'm afraid no one does.
Super cool. It didn't, like I said, it didn't come with a Ray sound font, but we were able to add one without really much hassle to this one, and all the other sound font, the collection of sound font that it comes with. they are pretty good. So like you won't have a worry when it comes to how loud it sounds. The fact that it doesn't come with a great Soundfont that we have to put one is going to drop the sound to a 9. But other than that, absolutely cool. And when it comes to ergonomics, I'm going to give it a 9. Like I said, it does have the thing of like, you know, you might overpress your buttons here if you're holding it correctly. So wish this became a little bit more intuitive when it comes to holding it. But other than that, it's not really heavy, it's not really cumbersome. I thought that it was going to be heavy, and quite the opposite. Once you have it open, I'll keep getting the light here. Once you have it open, it's incredibly light. This is incredibly light. So I cannot tell you how amazed I am with stuff like. I cannot tell how amazed I am, really, guys. So like it does get a 9 in ergonomics. Like I say, it doesn't get the 10 because of the, you know, the fact that this, but once you have it open, this does become intuitive and it becomes really good. So absolutely recommend it. So if you add all that together, you get well over a 9 here on your total rating. So is it worth it, the price tag? Well, here's the funny thing. If you get this with our discount code Luke Skywalker that you're going to be seeing here somewhere, and you get the link in the description, you're going to get 20% off of this lightsaber. So that's already over $300 so you can knock off. If you want to get 3 Ultimate Works lightsabers, and that could be 3 exactly like this that you want to get with other people, you can combine it so you don't have to do the order yourself. You can do like 3 people putting an order together. If you want to get, you know, one wants to get this and another one wants to get one of the Inquisitor's lightsaber, or whatever you combine it. If you get 3 Ultimate Works lightsabers on All Sabers, you're going to get 50% off. So you're able to knock the price down in half. So this will come down to $100 if you're getting it on Proffie's without blades, like this box that we got, because this is a 1-inch blade. So you can put any 1-inch blade that you already have. I do recommend that you use 28. Like the same on the Inquisitors, like these lightsabers should be 28 in my opinion to be more maneuverable. But you know, you could do that. If you already have a core, it's going to be cheaper because you're going to go for the PreKit and then you're going to put your own core, your own Ultimate Work core. So I think that if you combine all those things, it definitely becomes a recommended lightsaber here, the Fellowship of the Nerds, if you can get it with all those discounts. So absolutely do, because this thing is phenomenal. Nerds, that's been our review. I hope that you liked that. I hope that you find that interesting. I hope that you find it insightful and helpful, because that's really why I make these videos, to help you guys make the best decision possible. So if it did, I really hope that you leave a like, leave a comment, tell me if this is lightsaber you want. I know Rey is not necessarily a character, it's still loved, that and I'm not gonna enter in that debate if she is or she isn't for you, but I have to recognize, I've always said this, her lightsabers, the scavenger lightsaber, these lightsabers, it's a shame that there's on screen just a few seconds, because they're incredibly cool lightsabers, and I wish that we would have seen more of those on screen on the movie, because it would have been absolutely great. Nerds, as always, I've been your host, Luke Skywalker. Remember, the Force will be with you always. Remember to live long and prosper, and may the odds be ever in your favor, Melanin. And until we meet again, mischief managed. I'll see you around, nerds.